The way that I would ascertain, I'd work out whether what you're saying is true, is whether or not any of the numbers on the SIM card, yes, which were called before the 20th, i.e. between the 9th and the 20th, when you admit you had the SIM card, and after you destroyed it. If there are any numbers after the 20th of July, which are the same as the numbers between the 19th and the 20th, then it looks to me like you've still been using the SIM card. Do you understand?
Yes.
And I've had an opportunity to interrogate this bill. And do you know what I found? Quelle surprise, that's French for what a liar you are. That there are calls made on the 9th of July and subsequently which have the same numbers which are made after the 20th of July. Which means when you tell me that you applied a nuclear bomb to the SIM card on the 20th of July, just like Amy over there, you are telling me, if it's not true, what is it?
Porgy.
A what?
Porgy.
Mum, why are you crying? Mum?
I can't believe someone has done this to me. I've worked hard for the money I get. It has caused me and my family so much stress you wouldn't believe.
I believe you. You see, that's what happens when they come to my court. That's what happens to liars. You still gambling, Tina?
No.
Is Mum still gambling, Daniel?
Yes. Every day.
I wouldn't say every day.
OK, this is a moment, Tina. Do you understand? When I asked you a question about whether or not you were gambling, you looked me in the eye and said, no. I asked your son whether or not you were gambling, and he says every day, and he knows you. And your reply is, well, not every day.
No.
So when I asked you whether you were gambling now, and you say no, that was a lie. I'm going to ask you again and give you an opportunity to tell the truth. Put the air freshener of truth into my court. Are you still gambling, Tina?
Now and again.
Thank you, Tina. During the course of your preparation before coming to court, I think you've done a company search, haven't you, on TSD Motors?
Andrew did.
Andrew, very sensible. Let's have a look. Now, I've had an opportunity to look at that, and it says the full forenames is Mr. Tajinder Singh. Now, just to be clear, Pali, is Tajinder Singh, as a company director, anything to do with you?
I am the director of the company, yes. But I had rented, subletted it out, like they said. When they met the person, it was a Mr. X. I am a director of the company, yes. But I had sublet the garage to third party. As they just confirmed, that they never even saw me on the premises or taking the money or running the business.
Now, when I asked you whether you had anything to do with TSD Motors...
I misunderstood the question. Yeah, fair enough. Of course it's my company, but I had sublet it.
You see the tittering in the background? That's the vulgar waft of a big fat lie.
It's not a
No,
lie.
no, hang on a second, don't smile at me.
It's not a lie.
No, Pali. When I ask you a question, is this your company? And you say, no, and I wrote it down next to the big honest sign that you agreed I should write down on my legal pad. And then when I ask you a question, and I ask you a question as to whether or not you have anything to do with this company, and you say, no, and then when I say, confronted by a piece of paper that's been provided by these litigants, you say, oh, I misunderstood the question. Why do you say you don't owe the money for the furniture that you entered into an agreement with your neighbour for?
I don't know if I don't owe the money. I don't think I owe that much money.
Help me with why.
Well, I got told, I didn't see it myself, I got told that she was advertising them on Facebook for a hell of a lot cheaper than what she actually charged me for them.
Who told you that? Don't tell me a name. How are you connected to this person?
A close friend.
Now, Lynn, let's say I've got a certain opinion on the value of these two-seater sofas.
OK.
And let's assume, for argument's sake, that I can smell a bad deal. Do you understand?
Okay.
Were these sofas advertised for less
Yes.
than £800?
They were.
How much were they advertised for?
£200.
At the time, there was a vague discussion about money. Did you ever mention the figure?
In her case, because of
In respect of these pictures only?
Yes. In respect of these pictures, because of her look, I said between 800 and 1,500.
Do you accept that?
Yes, that was what we
Agreed.
discussed.
So why haven't you paid to, let's say, take the lower figure, why haven't you paid to the £800?
Usually we say this so that the models would come. And when we take the photo...
Excuse me, what? Let's just pause. Let me just try and understand what you're saying. In other words, I need a moment. In other words, what you do is you say, come, models. It's called a unilateral contract. Come, models. If you come and I take your photograph, you'll get paid between £800 and £1,000. Now you tell me, we don't really mean it. Of course we don't mean it. We just say that so that they'll show up. Is that what you're saying? I need a moment to get a clear piece of paper in my pad to write it down in big, if you are.
Okay.
Is that what you're saying?
I make promises.
Danny.
Yes.
We're back. Through the adjournment, I was going to telephone your parents, especially your mum, who you informed me had put £1,500 into a trust fund in favour of your daughter. And what's more...
You say anything, I want to admit to something.
Ooh. Before you admit to anything, just want to make sure that I'm in my fair and listening pose.
I admit, I told a lie.
Shh.
I lied about the ISA, but I had a good reason. I wanted to prove that I could be a good father and that I was willing to do anything for her. Yes, I admit it was a lie.
You stood there and you told me that you had made independent provision for your daughter. And you lied again, correct?
Yes.
You've admitted a lie. Think of it as being liberating. Start telling the truth. Steph, does that surprise you?
No, it doesn't. He's a liar. Compulsive liar.
Well, he admits that himself now. How did the relationship end, Leanne? Why did it end?
I cheated on her.
Is that right?
Twice.
And how did you discover that, Lisa?
The first time Leanne finished things, she actually told me that she had cheated on me. Shortly after that, she got hold of me, apologising, saying that she was sorry and that she would understand it if I didn't want to go back with her and that. I said, well, look, fair enough, you've admitted it. I'll give you another chance. I didn't realise she had cheated on me the second time that she finished things, however.
Was that with somebody, one person? Was it with one person you knew?
I got told by a friend of Leanne's that she had been bragging about having a threesome. When I questioned Leanne about it...
Trust me, you've just taken me into a little cul-de-sac where even my imagination needs a moment to recover. Could that be true? Bearing in mind how well it went for you before when you tried to get one. True.
The cheating part, yes. But about the threesome, no.
Leanne, what do you feel about Lisa now having lent you, she says, I suspect correctly, all of this money? Now, I want you to think about that whilst you place in your mind the thing that you told me earlier about being honest, loyal and trustworthy. Do you feel you have a moral obligation to give this money back?
I'm not in a position to.
That's not the answer to the question.
No.
Do you feel that you are in a moral, that you morally ought to give Lisa this money back?
No, because I, on the basis of thought that it was a present as we were in a proper relationship.
Anything you'd like to add, Leanne?
No.
Lisa?
Leanne has actually admitted herself that the money was a loan. When me and Leanne first got together, she sent a friend request to a load of my friends on Facebook. And one of them found this on her thing. Can't believe one of...
Let me have a look. I can read it myself.
Thank you.
This is a message on Facebook. Thank you for providing with it. Just for the avoidance of doubt, this is the first time I've seen this evidence. Can't believe one of my exes wants to take me on to Judge Rinder's court over some money she lent me when we was together. What I don't get is why she's asking for it now when we split up over a year ago. That's very interesting evidence, Lisa. Very interesting evidence. Would you like to look at it? Leanne, you're troubled there, Leanne. You told me, in the course of your case, that this was a gift.
It was a gift.
Well, why have you written there that the money is lent money? Want to phone a friend?
No.
What's the plain meaning of the word lent? If I lend you something, why would I write that?
I don't know.
Well, have a think.
I didn't know I was actually talking to someone that Lisa knew.
That's your answer, is it? Anything else you'd like to add?
No, I think that's it.
You rest your case, Lisa?
Yep,
Why don't you put it like that?
I rest my case.
Very good. Click here for more exclusive YouTube videos. And don't be a moron. Subscribe and keep up to date with all the best courtroom action. Jazz hands, Michelle.